possess substantial wealth. Your lifestyle can encompass extravagant dining.
Abujanfo mamunyina kwaba Edeba Kennedy a Japan junior page so pega mo akwaba o te say mse yankopon adom wo ye ewo babia wo nimianom e asebo ye be sere se ba na waja comment na ye hu wachiao na ya sanso asere se be share video na video no atumi adan akonanim na na de nkomo kakra na ye no ba bedi e bedi nkomo kakra na ya toto adwene kan wo se mo live e wo Facebook Kennedy Japan Junior sanso na mo live e wo YouTube Ras Media GH e ho so ko a obetumi ahia me ho na ye di nkomo se de ese na efata na ene nkomo na ye ba bedi no eye about the 2024 election said the niema esiko ene said the pressure ato ache NDC for ewo Ghana as say omunhu de omonye because omo ankasa no omo message asa enti akoya tantam ati said the honi obi ko na wa ho odan boro ne so na onhu de onye na sabio kana mani bi ni kora na obehu no forma na wafa enam say ahye ne so abusia enra mitie parliament ko parliament kakra me who say the minister of education eba parliament ema sabio NDC MPs eyo ma adwene say omo betoto na no because enam say to them no bibia ni ho wo Ghana eye papa ade bi ekoso wo Ghana ne bia no ya de born because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama at the opposition now the Yemen say the Minister of Education was so prepared and he was so enlightened by himself to the point to say the NDC were disgraced. The NDC MPs, they disgraced themselves. In fact, the speaker himself, Oye NDC ni, aye ni nim say Oye neutral. Now no anka sempo asanye siso akese Oye neutral. Ekurano up Rodo, the Minister of Education, for being present in the parliament and at the same time giving out to the information na sebio NDC for no nim now so still because of say they wanted to make themselves relevant in the society they tried to put the questions on the man now me de ge me ya ne say na ye me ya because NDC nyama nyoko bia sabio omo metra Ghana konwa so pen NDC nyama nyoko bia omo manage the economy or the education of Ghana before omo ya manyoko bia omo ahwe Ghana education so for more than 27 good years but se okese omo nchiro nsesaye bi de omo tumede ba Ghana education more, what they will tell you, they say they brought e-blocks. Now, education is not only about say what's he dying. Now dear see her. Can I say the infrastructures for education is needed and they are important. But what you are going to teach the people is more important. But so beside this, if I say, so, Mr. Massa, your time, what are the changes or what are the betterment did you brought into the education system? They will not have nothing to tell you. All they will tell you is that we build Ebrox. And it is an empty message because Ebrox alone cannot change the education system. Ebrox, ukotena Ebrox, na ukotena na ye chrew a lion. A lion have a tail. It has a big head and a very small waist. That is not the way to teach people. You understand me? Say, oh, go school. Na school mo a wokoro no, yɛsi dan fɛfɛɛfɛ si ɔsɛ kɔdan no mu. Na mmom kɔtena hɔ a, deɛ yɛrekyerɛw ne how the mouse, the parts of the mouse are. They are directly teaching you how to become a hunter. Sɛ wokɔ school na deɛ yɛrekyerɛw ne sɛdeɛ yɛfɛ ne sɛn ntɛfrɛ, the parts of ntɛfrɛ na yɛrekyerɛw a, it doesn't make any sense. And these were the situations, the way of teaching during the era of this NDC. In fact, Ghana had a deficit in terms of human capital. There was deficit in terms of human capital. You know why? Because all the education ministers that has come and gone, none of them thought about the practical doing. None of them thought of how we can raise number of students who are capable of creating, inventing, and doing things that will help the society. And in the Minister of Education way, nasa biwanam nimdia owunti watumi ama nsesaye aba ye curriculum de na omode kyerɛ nkora de wo school mu hɔ a NDC for say so fallacy enye John Mahama na tie akonwa so no, to them the minister is not performing. Ghana for it is very a shame to hear such expressions from the very people who came in power, and during their time, common chalks were not available for teachers to teach the student in the school. It is very a shame to hear such people lamenting about the performance of this Minister of Education. Was their time, teachers were not even paid. The teachers were not being paid. Teachers were not having their salaries. It is really vomiting to hear from such people complaining about conditions and infrastructures in the schools. Was their time, people were still going to schools under trees. And it's not only about the fact to say they were going schools under trees. Going to schools under trees, something that happens because of some initiatives binoma enipa binomo timiteki by their own in the rural areas without the consensus of the Ministry of Education or the Ghana Education Service. But these guys were there in power and they did not acknowledge the problem, the founds or the basis of such problem to overcome it. And then minister way, and this if we're complaining, he has brought a system. Actually, say, untumi ntena wakura ase onkobie school. Abena omo Ghana Education Services for amane. Untumi ntena wakura ase omie school. Abena the education service emmehwe se school no. Ewo ne ho ewo akande a ebetumi amadi aye school. Saa nipa wei ena ndisi for bonachi. Momo breso na obi atimi bie school at anyhow in any condition. Ensuom kura na amanfo atimi bie school. And you people has created such a mess in the system. We ya pamo wa mo afiri ho a na makotena baabi and amu complaining the mess that you guys created in the system and amu complaining about it. The biameka. I say, and I will always say that human being, we are born stubborn. Some are stubborn, some are criminals, some are idiots, some are fools. We have all type of classification of human beings. But the only thing that will make man be responsible of his actions, it is only through laws, regulations, and a system, sir, a supervising human being. And yes, sir, human being will always be stubborn. That is why you should not listen to those MPs of the NDC in the parliament who are complaining about schools under trees. Because I can assure you, sir, those schools under trees were created under the NDC administration. Because in this administration, you cannot create schools when you don't have the infrastructures for the students. Sana omode atete aburuchira ma aburuchira yefe no. Sana omode atete aburuchira omo aburuchire omo schools no eye kama no. This is what they did that ena me no so a wo school bia mu aburuchira omo wo all the infrastructure basis a ebe ma adisua aye akono. But yet your mind na yadan ponche yadan moa ewo man the animal kingdom the ne ho edene and a walk to me the ne ho edene the wo sika na betumi akasa. We don't complain about that. What we complain about is the messes that we have created. It is a shame to hear them complaining about this Minister of Education. In fact, this man has really and bigly has changed the education system in the country. Now let's talk about STEM. Let's talk about TVET. Let's talk about the infrastructure basis abangwe are added to the assistant schools improve the conditions of the student in the country. Where and now menu ka say titeno nanka ye ko school a o kwa so akonwa utie o kwa so akonwa ofiri P2 ofiri P6 na o ko GSS1 Yɛbie school a wokɔ awoso akonnwa no table. And that was normal. Nobody was complaining about that. That was okay. And now Obiaba, all the systems here to Kwaimuma, the government himself is taking the responsibility of giving out chairs and tables, you know. People are out there crying. People are out there complaining. Before, na uko school moi, eduru baabi a yɛtumi kyew gua wo. Me kora yi gua me pɛn. Yɛtumi kyew ankasa gua wo. You know why? Because of say one tell school fees. And you chew gua 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. Say one tell school fees ya. Now ukura no ferry so beko school. And to you be on your strong-minded manner, then you find yourselves on the street, pushing trucks, smoking weed, doing unnecessary things. And that was good. And now Bayamba Sabio, or say, we lack human capital in the country. So all what you need as a young guy, as a youth, as a mind or whatever, is to have the interest of going to school. The government will take responsibility to pay for your school fees, feed you 3 times a day, give you even uniforms, worship dress and other things. And people are complaining about this. People are complaining about this because Kevin Taylor will come on live and tell you, say, MPP Amanyukuno are incompetent because they are giving free education to people. And you hear the needed people, the poor people, people who are benefiting from these services will be down there screaming, yes, you are right. Because of say, Sakurani ko school ne maame epe bibi kakra de mano additionally so Jim Fanko. So to them, there was no supposed to be any other additional payment from the part of the parents. So you are crying, say, Obani ko school put 200 and 300 be the man some function bottom. And for that matter, you are crying. But you are crying and you are at the same time applauding for somebody who is telling you, say, you are not supposed to have free education, which means, say, it is not going to be only to give 200, 300, 400 to your son to go to school, but rather you're going to pay for the rest of the services, school fees, printing fees, school dress, whatever and whatever and whatever. Are we mad? Are we fools? You see, there is a STEM. You see, there is a TVET. You see, one Sanu Juma. You see, uwo entrepreneurship spirit wo mu. Uyo obi a wope wankase wa adwuma ye. Uyo obi a wonyansa adwene bi wo timi so pese wo nkreti adwuma. Come and let's teach you how to initiate a business by yourself. Yes, finance minister we dey wabon. Finance minister we dey omaye hu sika. No, Ghana ban wo nye papa. Adan ye se dokono bo ayedra. Listen on. The same services, that are being provided in Europe. Emma Ghana for Mutia Bruchira Mubiuma no kese a Bruchira Kama. He did the same services say ba umaimua. You don't appreciate it. You don't recognize it. You don't see the effort of the leadership to create a new environment. Esi insanu juma unimu ye. Unim carpenter uyo obi a opasena sene. Unim obi a open nneɛma nkeka bɔ mu. Uyo obi a unim mason adwuma. Come to TVET and let's give you additional knowledge so that you can be more professional. Ghana nya brantie se da bi ompe obenya nka opɛ de sesi ai yebema na akwanya no akoye galamse. Ghana nya brantie se ompe se yebema ni knowledge. Ghana nya brantie se ompe se obenya nimdiaka de wo ni tim no ho ano ompe ono de open se yebema na akwanya mana akoye galamse. The ono open se aban bechiche sika ma kromfo binom na waye omo yesa masa na yama ni 200 Ghana ato ne bottom eno na Ghana brantie se ope. Ghana nia brantie se onte ase die ntia the Minister of Education has implemented STEM. Ghana nia brantie se ehun hia se in 15 years time eba ne se yepese yensi overhead kese bia eba ne se wo se yensi runabout kese bia eba ne se wo se yensi story building tintin bia ompese Ghana ni ba ene begina ne nan mu a design a supervise amayaye na mbom no yen remaining in a system whereby ye kone ye kobobosia ne fira bruchiri a na ya asanya fra borofo no mo asanya ba beje contract we kurom na omo aye na omo asanya gisika na ye koje ye no asan dia kwa bruchiri na ka beto ye nso. That is what Ghana man will tell you that they need. Ghana ni basi ompese obeye master by his own. Ghana ni basi ompenim dia guni tim. Ghana ni basi onu do obenya enkaya nchiche sika. Ghana sika na yeba na ye chema na udi. And I'm say party bi ka kiro say e wo say aban no ento aduane mesi table so. Now it is only about populism attraction and ebema an incompetent politician akogina simpie so na waka nsem bi say e de akyerew na won so no enam se bibi ha unti watnase na wantimi anwena nko akiri and examine what the person is telling you, you just accept it just because of you don't know the meaning of what the person is telling you. You can't understand that the person is fooling you. Eka omonko a nka Ghana fo nyina ye jimi te setete bremu no. Ye nkenkan ye nyehwe enti omoba na omobedi ntro akere yen. Nka omoba na omakofa fake account. Na omodi sika bi no ahyehya ano. O Kennedy Japan wa wia MPP sika. Afenyo Markins wa wia Ghana sika studio say nanado edi sika dodo say akogu eha na nka ye nyina ye de akire na nka omode ye den omode deceive ye na omode abachi power edi aye de omope eno no mohwe. So they are telling you say the education which this government is offering it free for the youth of the country with the interest of creating another community made up of people with knowledge, people with competence, people with ability, people with capacity. No, that one, no, yes, yempe, yempe, the obeba, obeka chilo say, free education in progress. Into yema 200 students, 39 Ghana cedis per year. A Jimmy for binom edge sansem way, a tomb say, and only a papa, a sene, the sabio, a bine de aba, a guarantee education to the senior secondary school free for each and every Ghanaian who has the willing to study. Mami can't say muncho. Yo kwasi ampanyi bi so abrochire ha ese friend porter bi. Jimina dokoro na wo hu di owom. Kuro we mu. Se wo ba na wa mfa wo ba nko school a, the police will come and arrest you. Wo ba, the government is going to make sure say you take your child to school. And you're free. Don't let people tell you say schooling in Europe is free. It depends. You pay some amount of money to go to school in Europe. And you're free that. And more be nada. Basing on your credit, your Reddit, you have what you are due to, what you are supposed to pay. And so no kromuha, even though it's not free, no. So the system will monitor. So do babeko school. Unim de ntia. Ni nyina ne say they don't want a society made up of bunch of ignorance. Unim de ntia. The reason is they don't want to create a society whereby the people who are living in are incapable of reading, writing and understanding. They don't want to create a society whereby the people would not know their rights and their duties. Ebanesa, ebe create a society of what them call banana country. So they are paying for school, but they are forced to pay and go to school. Mewukurum Waban say, come to school free because I want a society like that one of the European one. Ghana Fosi, ye ya mutu, banchi boyedene, abro boyedene, mankeni boyedene. That is our problem. We don't care about the future generation that the government is creating. Now, ane yase, ubehu abrante otegana na osi oni adwuma ye. Na ono ankasa so bese aka kiro se abro boyeden. Ono ankasa oso oni adwuma ye. Bro bese aka kiro se abro ne bo ayeden. SKTV mi nwa mu akwa. Ono so oni adwuma ye o. But obesa kan cho se aburo boa ye den. Obi so be kan cho se banche boa ye den. Oni adwuma ye nso otikuro no. Na me pa cho ye kesa adwuma se kire ne sen. Adwuma ene de wo ya emma wo nsa ekowa no. Enti se oti o man num na o se wo ho kire wo. Na wonim say brobo ayeden a common sense will tell you to go and do maize farming. You make money. So also ti kronum na komo de woni adwuma nye na banche bo ayeden a it tell you say Go and produce banche, you make money. Nasabio, odwene ho a wonte ase jiminti amanfo ne na ɔman adwa ya adresse de nsa hyehyɛ ɔmo bɔtɔm na ɔmo complain say we are importing too much onion from another country. Na amanfo adwa de ɔmo nsa hyehyɛ ɔmo bɔtɔm say we are importing too much tomatoes from other country. Na amanfo adwa de ɔmo nsa hyehyɛ ɔmo bɔtɔm say we are importing too much rice from outside. Na ɔmo de ayɛ political debate. But they cannot think to get to a point to say the fact say ye import a lot of such goods from outside, a possibility for them. You know why? This is because of lack of education, lack of knowledge, lack of common understanding. Mmerante ɔmo wɔ ahoɔden kuro ɔmo nsa batibati ɛsoso sena medie no. They will be manipulated by an opposition incompetent party. Say the fact say yekra aburo edi fra ma no ne ba no eye aban no e na akọ so. Enti yenko krum na yenko yedede. But he will not advise you to go in farming and make money. He will not advise you. Because they want your country to remain always in the position that it is. So that you will always be vulnerable for the 500 Ghana cedi, the 50 Ghana cedi that they will give you to go and to go and demonstrate. They will not let you understand, say, the issue of going to the free SHS for free, it is not only for fat to go and stay on tables, to hit tables, or to warm chairs, but it's make you have a common understanding and common capability of initiating something new, creating a society of what them call almost say sawo doing you must see the second brofum. Who create society ababeye competition, competitive society, whereby everybody is competing with the other. I'm growing maize, you are growing cocoyam, you are growing what them call other food stuffs. Now you produce your local. Let me give you an example. Look at our fathers. I'm talking about those of 1950s, those of 1940s. Look at them. That time, no. Na omon ne nama bontenem for monsan hwehwe ombotom se komo de omo. They move. They all went in farming, in producing cocoa and all those sort of things. But the youth of today, we don't want to have knowledge. We want quick money. We want to get everything ready. We want to be served with what them call golden spoon, even though we don't belong to that class of people. Kennedy Japan could I share who was your scared too much, no? Ne boy no Kenneth or na, and so Ohiani Lazarus ne ba. Ebeda mana bonai. Na wa sora no padre session but to ma konna abonten say ahokyere wo man no. Mimia say and take these advantages. Any these initiatives we no ma aban we di eba o man no ma a way to elevate the classes of the community now. It means say We Ghanaians, the youth of Ghana, we deserve to live in the condition that we are living. Do you think, say, is it right to lament, say, aduane ni kronum aye government na the problem ana? Yes, securing food is a responsibility of the government. But the securing food no be a duty whereby the government should import food from outside. It is a bogus, it is a disgrace to you as a youth in the country, a disgrace to you as a citizen. Say, ensase ahodo egu oman mu. Ghana nsase said ye sitie. Uti ufie mpo na utu aburo to fam a wani beba wo so na aburo no anyini gina ne nan so. Na uti kronom se wo ye be ma ohu edene. Aduane ni kronom. Aban no nkokra nnuane mfamfiri abonten samfa mroman num na wo nto a, it is a disgrace to you as a citizen. So what produce and when you nipa mananto, then you can complain. But I can assure you, say, whatever you produce in the country are being sold. People buy them. So, who is the fault? Eya buying no, and Emma kwine some be enyuma. Eya buying no, and Emma a way out to produce. And I say, you to know, and quick money. And but young can say hands in pocket. I am there. What is wrong with us? We cannot keep on always complaining about the government because enemy can abiding in shisheye binuma ba ayen shisheye and no mom now so ye youth of Ghana umo wanini achire kosua bibi kopa adwene kan wonyansa no ho entena fie emfa nsa nhihye obotom. Learn something, believe in something, be courageous of yourself. Men tena fie nkasa ndisi for se Ghana ayeden. Men tena fie nkasa omosi afibia ye de JNA 2 billion e free Niger ba Ghana. Produce the JNA you too. You can make money out of it. Abrochire akuafo ene yeskafo. Because of say enipa ne binum nya kuadwuma o mo baye beto mo ne nsase o mo de baye kuadwuma. But Ghana, you can go to the village and even beg for somebody. So what is it? Then high planting for food and jobs about for hoko gym. TV to ho o peme upeso meye mason ni fa hoko gym upeso meye carpenter fa hoko gym na sua nyansa ne nimde fa ka ho na fa ebeboa oman no na yemfa solve your problem, our basic needs that we need. Na setete ho yenimu hweye yensa ne gu e bottom yesi ye lawyers na sabio yekokra furnitures e di fra brochire de bagana yekokra nkonwa di fra brochire de bagana menka electronic things na waka say yanim dia de be produce. But thanks to the education minister of Ghana today, they are building people who will have the capacity to build electronic devices. But me can niema ye nuane na de wa. Me can niema enhia any advanced knowledge beyond what media produce. Me can tomatoes, me can jenny, me can nkonya, me can table, me can niema nkitinkiti binuma sabio enhia nyansa dodo bi ananim de dodo bi na otimi de aye. We stayed in the country, we move up and down, we go for demonstrations, but we don't think of solving our problems by ourselves. Ni nyina ne se John Mahama ba ye ho beto yen. Na pacho John Mahama no medi Ghana man no so pen. Adenti obedi man no so ho anto. Adenti a obedi o man no so ho anto. Ye be so anka hye so ye nipa bi a obetumi aboa ma wa bra aboa sesan wa enka 4 years na obedi ye nkomo wa bra aboa sesan. Ene inside of we the politicians, the MPs in the parliament to give a message of courage, to talk positively about the country, to give a prosperity in the country, no, the NDC, because of election pressure that it is on them, no, they are destroying the country with their mouth, but they are the people who are really enjoying the country. They are the very people who started enjoying from the country since their childhood. But me asantini, yesi yaba besi kejetia market mawo. Entino, they are the best and you have to support and follow them to go and do demonstrations. Mimia, obrano ubo, obrano, ene ubo. Se we keep on like this, a government will come, a government will go, another one will come, he will go, another one will come, he will go. But you, either you remain where you are, or you will worse your condition of life because of say you don't like to learn, you don't like to have initiatives by yourself, because you don't believe in yourself, because you don't know say, or you don't want to understand say your life depends on your mind, your brain, and your strength. So we can keep on complaining. Say Jenny or Mainum. We will have the opposition party that will always let you feel say, or minor say, and that would discourage you to initiate any kind of initiative. Mahu nipa bi no omene na mga na omo omo ye celebrities. Nkwasiafo. Omo atoto Prado no V8 na omo titim. Na omo complain say their life conditions are costive. Na Jimini wato Prado a car no engine ye se 2.5. Na ni diesel tank aedam ekobese 25 liters or pass. Na car ne car kese a eye 4x4 a enanti a ekọ zoom no. Were you expecting the cost of fueling that car below? How can it be possible? Ghana phone binu ma Jimmy and yenya politicians so a omo pese Jimmy no nkoso nto aso. Enti ene kwase bia so camera na o kan nsɛmfo. Jimmy ni bia so camera na o di nsɛmfo instead of them to tell the people the truth. Instead of you to tell the people, hey abushia TVET aba mo mfa mo ho nkɔ gym, STEM aba mo encourage mo nkra na obunko school na da acho mo no ba ye engineers ama yen. You start to ho wo adwene bi so pese onye business ya kona kodi omo achi. Koswenyansa na believe yourself no. They will rather come out and tell you say go out of the country. But omumum no munena manche no omu bie different kinds of business across the country. And the jai country no ho. Obekwa obesan aba no na omo atoni nyina na wadan Jimmy kwase ampanyi na namu. Abrochire, dodoɔ sɛ na wɔn nso mu use Prado. Even some big parliamentarians, they are using normal cars, but Ghana, nkwasiafo bro so ye almost vehicle, so you will see them with cars. Even a politician in Europe will not buy that car. And these guys will come and complain to you, say, Omo brabo, emu edre, sikana, se omu sika nso omo. Ebede na so. Enti wei, ene ede se, wei na ede se, nkra na omu wo ɔman no mu. We avoid to give them ideas. We avoid to tell them the right way to go. We avoid to let them know the truth about life. And what we do is trying to make them believe, say, a politician is better than the actual president, and if he comes, your life is going to change. The pressure is high on the NDC. It is a one forward to form anya observe. Na one who dear koso or mine no mu ye. Na one tiasia how ye fast of mine. They will use you. They will make sure to sabotage your mind. They will make sure to tell you all things that are not true. Because they have been in opposition for a long time. They are hungry because they are people who don't know how to create for themselves. Unless they take advantage of the public purse. So they will deceive you. They will tell you the lies are truths. They will tell you that they are better. They will tell you that you don't need to think about how you can feed yourself, but rather a government must to take care of feeding you. What will be that? Abushamfo. Omema nina ho. Mumma yenwene nkwachiri. Rome was not built one day. Sanso na Ghana minor untumi emeodeno just a day. All what they are doing is for their personal interest. The omobenya dia wo no mo hwehwe. Se kawo uyo yia. Se kawo uyo yie na omo hwehwe a. They could have done different way of politics in the country. Senka uyo ye no mo hwehwe and they will not criticize a government who is telling the youth of the country to change their destiny through education. So uyo ye no mo hwehwe instead of them to come out and complain, say JNA bo ayeden yekre JNA free amanone de bano, they would have invested their money. Sika no more we free parliament, no more we free. O coffers na ye de bo man no ho ban no. They would have used that money to invest, to create jobs in the farms. But what they need in a say, you should remain always vulnerable so that anytime you are being given 50 Ghana cedi to go out and demonstrate, you'll be available to go out and demonstrate. So that anytime they will tell you, say, you will follow them and do what they want. Pressure, no, and where demand this. Because, for example, the MDC MPs are men who lives only on politics. Omo abrabo nyina eye politics. Omo abrabo omo ntimi and sit down enkriti si adwuma bi ema onya so mfaso. Omo sika omo wo nyina omo wie ani nyina. And when they are in opposition, they become hungry. And when they become hungry, they do whatever they can so that they can eat, so that they can steal, so that they can build houses. Can a Japan kind of want? Or say, onion DC MPB etu kwai. Na yene ya say, as an MP, yasumau as an international delegate to go and defend your country to create possibility for the youth of the country. No, that man in the plane was thinking about the the DMR apine de bemano on the reason for the mission, what to obtain from the mission, how he can do a proper negotiation for the country. No, he was thinking about how he can complete the house that he's building, how he can reserve the per diem that the government is going to pay him. We and also no obano ababe yo mine ye. And also wajedi. And now we did it. Ghana for me them the man no besi. Na the American children say. Yes say. Se mwani nyina dane jata a wonsu dane bi. Na se wan nani bia omo dane wi a omo beche ware. Se the free education aba. Ye the TVET aba. Ye the STEM aba. You start ewo hɔ a man tena fie mfa nsa nhyɛ ɔbɔtɔm ɛnka sɛ adwuma ni kuronum man ka sɛ unim deɛ ɔbɛyɛ. Go to these institutions as a youth, as a young guy, and start building the personal capacity. Go to these institutions and build a personal capacity for yourself so that you can change your fortunes. Don't let the pressure of the NDC offload on you and complain about government. Me can't be much low. So what is this here, bro? Ne boy, denya, minya, asase na do bro. See, man came boy, dena, asase na do man came. So musi jene ye krado do di frama na one de bagana. Minya kodo jene na eye lucky, eye possibility, eye way to make it. Na se yekese ye tena fie ne de nsa hyehyɛ ye bottom na ya kompreni se enema boa ye dene enema boa ye dene it will always be high because of say we are not producing enough. Entino wono youth no Ghana ni boy small boy no wono wonni machines a odi betumi produce foam obetumi dey produce electronic parts. But who asase a obetumi adoso abro atwa bi a natie. Some big men in the country, how do they make money? Abro season bar no more to abro no more packet. Season no twam a no more offload no more ton no more they make big money. Until now, think about yourself. How much you can make out of that if you use this principle, and how much you're going to make the community easier, foodstuffs cost easier if we all participate in solving these basic problems that we have in the country. Megana ni boy, with German and some of real food esen ne maame more on this association no bottom and on nama bonten and or come we are share den Ghana ye den ye ho kire yen ye wu kom man we boy den we boy until you bring onion from Niger no the cost will always be high. Some more transfer ko fa bank the free China ba Ghana ne bo be ye den. Say a transfer ko fa ntozi free Niger the bar the cost will be high. And we will export employment outside. Enyuma akwanya. Nyuma ya wasenka yema yentumi nkreti ma yenwia no munya binya no. Sa nyuma no ebe pagya de akwa bonten de akoma aman foforo sofo mo aye. Na ya san abafie abe complain say ene adwuma ye. Timi wianom, don't let the NDC pressure mount on you. Believe that you can do it and start taking in steps to make your life better. Busha bedon besia midin ene Mr. Mafo. Hi Kennedy. Ajapon Junior page here. Minya pega mechiao. Sanso na SKB TV. Minya mechiao. You watch it. This time say we are not able to meet on the social media, on the platforms. I don't know, maybe you do your shows in the time that I'm busy. Adaje Payos, my cousin, also me chiao, and I was saying no break. I was young for me church munina, and I was saying no break. The message one say share me video no. Na comment na like can say the beya video no to me akona nim. Mesraw emma and this pressure emmeto so. Don't let their pressure that they are bringing in the society mount on you. Concentrate and focus on your life, and things will be better. And it's going to be better and better. Akramo, until we meet again, Adio.